think, oh, it's wonderful because everybody cares for each other. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but still, that's really hard. Oh, Ryan wants to chime in now in Glendale?
Yep.
All right. Okay, Ryan, go ahead. What do you have to say?
Hey, everyone. I'm not in a throuple, but I'm an Uber driver, and I'm seeing a lot more people in L.A. that are getting into thruples, and their main reason for getting in the thruple is for financial reasons. And I've seen more and more of it. Cost of living going up, but people are entering into these thruples just to be able to afford, their apartment, cost of living, and what have you. So that's a side of it that I was kind of shocked at, but a side of it that, maybe society is gravitating towards that because of, the rise in cost of living.
Yeah, so
these three people are in a romantic, emotional relationship out of
yes,
cost of living needs, basically.
Correct. Yeah, because I actually, I'm an Uber driver, and I on weekends giving rides, and it's, two girls and a guy, or, two guys and a girl, and I'm like, oh, so how you guys doing tonight? Oh, great. Yeah, we're just, going out on date night. And I'm like, oh, and they would actually, open up and say, yeah, we're all together, and we're doing it for financial reasons. And it's, to each his own, but it's like, wow, is that where society is going towards? Now,
let me ask you this, Ryan. You're an Uber driver. I'm taking it you're an Uber driver. So, do you entice people to have conversations? Do you initiate the conversations? And how do you get to that threshold where somebody is opening up to you like that?
Well, yeah, I start the conversation, with, how's your night going? You got any fun plans for tonight? And then, I kind of, the conversation will definitely steer towards, what you're doing at that time. But I won't pry. I'll never pry, but they'll typically kind of relax and then let their guard down and then volunteer information like that to me, which is, it's one of the reasons I like doing this, is because you get to have, intimate conversations with people that you normally wouldn't have.
Gotcha.
Ryan, what are some of the weird stories you can tell us? Do you have two weird stories, stuff that's happened while you've been driving people?
Yeah, actually, this a couple of days ago, I had a lady who was, I know she was, coming off drugs or something, but she was trying to exit the vehicle while I was on the freeway. Oh. She was trying to open the door, and thankfully, I have a Tesla, and you can't do that, But yeah, she was saying that people were after her, and that she had to get out of the car to escape them. And I told her, I said, honey, look, if there was somebody who was going to come and get you, they would have already got you.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. But what do you do in that situation? I mean, do you get off the freeway real fast? Do you get her out of the car?
No, I just spoke real calm, slowed my speech down, and, try to get them to calm down. And she eventually calmed down, and I said, we're real close. We're, a couple miles away. I'm going to get you dropped off, and you'll be fine. So, and these are, I don't know if you realize this, but the state of California started paying for people while they're in recovery. They're paying for Ubers to get to their treatment.
Oh, okay. So that was that.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. So, but yeah, you just calm down, speak real calm, and just try to de-escalate the situation.
Gotcha. How many people have you kicked out of your Uber?
Well, that's fair.
0.
Oh. Okay.
Out of 10,000 rides, 0 people I've had to kick out. Surprisingly, the number of the one thing that restored my faith in humanity is that I've had 10,000 rides, and I've never had to kick out one person. And I think out of 10,000, only 2 people were difficult. Which is shocking. I thought it'd be much higher.
Let me ask you this. You know that rating system, the stars you give everybody? right? I mean, if you're a rider, you get stars. You ever give anybody a bad rating?
Those two people. I've only given 2 bad ratings.
How's the tipping go? You get
Which
tipped well?
Fred,
Very well.
personal.
Very well, actually. Yeah.
No, I just want to know how that works.
No,
As an Uber driver.
Yeah, no, I would say 20% of my income is from tips.
Oh, cool. All right.
Which is pretty good. So if I make 1,000, I'll get 200 in tips for that week, which is pretty good.
Cool.
That'll work.
Are you all over the city, Ryan? Are you all over the city? Or are you in a specific area that you deal with?
Everywhere. Okay. I go everywhere. I'll go all the way up to Santa Barbara, all the way down to like La Jolla. I'll go all the way out to Riverside, all over.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ryan, thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for the
info,
man.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care. There goes Ryan, our Uber driver.
By the way, back in the day when people were